I feel really weird. I was just talking to the gods. Well, I was possessed by a bunch of gods who are not in touch with reality anymore. So I was just possessed by tons of gods who have no idea what reality is or what today is. So a bunch of gods, out of the abundance of their crimes with the United States and Dubai, are now completely stuck in a weird, warped repetition of what they've done. So the people that murdered and raped me on this planet, you're going to find out so the people that murdered and raped me on this planet and pretended to be God or whatever they were peddling to people and stuff, you're gonna realize they live in a very sad, weird, broken record, like a constant repetition of what they have done to me, whether or not anything's happening, whether or not they're succeeding at anything, whether or not they're stuck in hell. So hell on earth was created by their extreme, excessive crime against the death of God. Now they repetitiously live all this weird, bizarre, repetitious shit they did to me, whether or not anything is succeeding or not. And you'll start to notice they're like weird, bizarre things in a weird daydream of what they've done to me. And that daydream comes to life over and over and just kind of takes over their existence and re-becomes everything they did to me over and over and over. And whether it's actually happening or not, they don't care, because they're dancing around reliving everything they've done to my death. And to them, it was like a murder overloaded of death extravaganza. So it was like learning how to destroy my death and murder my death, and it became like a whole love affair, passion overloaded weird thing. So now it's a repetitious broken record. As they die, they of course live in what they've done to me forever, and it just gets worse and worse within their death forever. So they get very alive, like a weird machine is inside of them, bringing them to life to live the joy of what they've done to me over and over and over. And they're stuck in it, destined to die forever, repetitiously in it. But they don't see it. And when they understand that part, they get terrified. And then when they get terrified, watch out, because they might do a lot of desperate, scary things, because murder means nothing to them. And when you scare them, they're going to want to jump out and hurt things or attack things, because they realize they're stuck in a possession, in a hell they will never get out of. And that's terrifying and will make them want to jump around and lash out at others. So watch out for that. It looks like gods are stuck in hells of their own, brought on by participating with the United States and Dubai and committing the most sickening, serious crimes to ever exist. It looks like gods are the ones that taught them how to murder death and destroy death and become addicted to destruction of death. And that's how they wanted to alter brains and pretty much almost kill people and alter their brain, to enjoy that constant destruction, because destroying my death or murdering my death and learning how to murder death made them an overload of death destruction. And now they live in it repetitiously. And some of them admitted to what they had done, so they live repetitiously, so happy to admit to what they are and what they've done and what they are doing, whether it's happening or not. And some pretend to be investigating or acting normal or analyzing or watching over and protecting and taking care of people. So some act so protective or nice. Some act like victims in situations. Some act like repetitious investigations, but they're stuck in a repetition of what kind of fake acting and fake things they like to do as they commit unthinkable criminal acts and act like people don't know. So they'll keep pretending this normal stuff, and then they'll go to the United States and Dubai, and then they'll repetitiously live pure criminal. Oh my gosh, they're stuck in different hells. They're stuck in all these weird different hells that make them just live in a broken record of pretending to be normal but being overly horrifying in the murder of death and more. Or they just loved being honest about being addicted to the murder of death and run around in it happily. But they're possessed and controlled, and they don't always understand that. But when they understand it, they freak out. As long as they don't understand it, they just keep going. That's scary. So I was possessed by a bunch of gods that believe or don't believe whatever they're analyzing or saying, but none of it's real. The real reality is that they believe a billion things and keep dying all the time. Then they believe a billion things and keep dying all the time. And you're like, but what about the victory of the Bonnie Annika? Okay, or maybe I'm the only one that wonders, what about my victory? I have husbands everywhere, but they know that I'm just going to play games forever until they're at an island or they're hiding at one of those houses. So every single husband knows I'm just going to play games and I'm just going to lie and I'm never going to tell the truth. Unless we're at the island or we're in the houses or somewhere we can hide. So there are husbands. They are taking care of me or watching over me in secret. They do know what the United States and Dubai did to me 9 times out of 10. So 9 times out of 10, the husbands that are getting very powerful, very connected to my powers, they know what everyone did. And they just kind of watch over me in corners and make sure I'm safe all the time. Or make sure they kind of take care of me and watch over the car or whatever all the time. So there are husbands like angels in the outfield. They are getting more and more powerful all the time, constantly. And they watch over me and stuff, but very hidden or very secretive. And they don't bring it up very much. But they are getting very powerful. The husbands and their bionics are getting very, very powerful. The dead are getting very creepy, repetitious, scary, and very dead. The husbands are getting very obvious and powerful and amazing. And the husbands will sit and take care of me or watch over me in secret. Plus whatever they are learning to do with their powers and stuff. These countries that wanted to be safe, some of them were pretending it, but some were serious. So it looks like the husbands have figured out which countries really actually want to be safe and were serious and are gravitating towards everything that actually wants to get to the island or get out or get to those houses. It looks like I have chosen and more. They're gravitating towards the husbands. It looks like I put a lot of this on autopilot based on choice. It looks like I did a ton of work through the whole time that really paid off. Because it looks like all the work I did is pulling everything to where it should be. So I don't have to do as much work as myself. When it comes to me, I know the truth. I know to hide constantly. And I know I'm powerful beyond words. But if you don't start shit, there wouldn't be shit. I now understand that I'm so powerful, and my car and my existence punish people so badly that by the time they realize my car or my powers punish them, they realize how scary and how bad it actually really is. But I'm creepy. I'm creepy, and I hide. And I egg them on to commit all the crime they want to commit to my face. And then I let their death kind of overtake them. And then they know there's just no way out, and it's that bad. Well, welcome to the end of the world. It's kind of overwhelming to be stuck in the end of the world. It's kind of overwhelming to be stuck in what you know you built, but it's just overwhelming. So I'm going to try to get my oil change. I need my oil change and my tune-up. I think I need an oil change and a tune-up and brakes. So I'm going to try to remember that. Put all my stuff from last night into the trunk. And until the next one.